Welcome to the TrilbyTV Trailblazers online conference and awards. I'm Francesca, Marketing Executive at TrilbyTV, and I'm joined today with TrilbyTV Director Neil Emery. This is the second year. This is the second year of the TrilbyTV Trailblazers Awards Conference. We're here to celebrate all of the fantastic work our 2024 Trailblazers have achieved. Thank you for joining us today. We will begin with an overview of Trailblazers, then Neil will be discussing the creation of content and the importance of sharing and showcasing, which will hopefully leave you with some ideas to increase your impact with your digital signage. Then we will explore the 2024 Trailblazers projects further. For this year, our Trailblazers created projects with the outlook of what makes signage great. This was based on creating a project which included working alongside the students within their school to find even more innovative ways to switch on their signage. Our TrilbyTV Trailblazers have created their projects with content to inspire others to follow in their footsteps and show how they build whole school communication. By getting their students involved, they have demonstrated how signage can play an important role in engaging the whole school community. This year's project ideas have included how they promote school initiatives, how their digital signage has evolved on their TrilbyTV journey, and using live video feeds to increase interactivity. I'm now going to hand over to Neil to walk us through why getting the most out of digital signage is so important and the role it plays in education.
Thank you, Francesca. Great to be hosting the awards with you again this year. I can't believe it's been a year since we last did this.
I know, it's been so fast.
Yeah, and lots has happened in the last 12 months. We've continued to onboard lots of new schools, lots of new multi-academy trusts, and schools as well across the world internationally. And as we onboard new schools, it's really important that we help them understand that digital signage is a bit of an art. There are fundamentals that need to be in place to create impact. It's all about delivering the right message to the right people at the right time, whether this is a specific time, your audience are in a space, or whether it's content that is drip-fed over a longer period. Very important that we deliver that message and those fundamentals to our customers. This can start in a space like the reception area. So this is a good example where an audience will be for a set amount of time, maybe 5-10 minutes before someone comes to collect them in that space. And it's in those 5-10 minutes, you want to be showing your audience everything you want them to see. And remember, the reception is all about first impressions. It's that first space that people enter into the school. So we want to make a good impression when they do. So it's about selling the ethos of the school or selling the vision of the trust. It's about welcoming visitors with a head teacher's quote or showing off partnerships and certifications, things that we're really proud about. I think the slide we're showing at the moment is a really good example of that from Thrive Cooperative Learning Trust. So in those 5-10 minutes, you have the opportunity to promote how fantastic the school is to every single visitor that comes into that area, that reception area. If you want to go and learn more about Thrive Cooperative Learning Trust, it's on our blog. We've just done a really nice written blog piece all about how they're using TrilbyTV. So highly recommended. Other areas, and this is a really good example at the moment, we're actually heading off to do a video case study with Transform on Friday of this week. This is a space, obviously the staff room we're talking about here, and it's a great space to drip feed content to our staff for staff communications. Transform, just to overview, there are 26 primary schools in the Nottingham area. And they surveyed staff to find out that the use of Microsoft Teams and email were not working at all for internal communications. So finding out that, their decision was to work with TrilbyTV to install a screen, a digital signage screen, into all 26 primary schools. And they are drip feeding content from the trust level. So every week, the CEO's PA, she's creating content, and they focus on 5 key areas for that content. They focus on estates, finance, HR, safeguarding, and CEO messaging. They also share lots of content that's all about celebration as well. So they advertise staff celebration events, as you can see on the slide that we're showing at the moment. They advertise sports events and conferences and inset days, key focuses such as sustainability. And interestingly, we are having more and more trusts who are approaching us and talking to us about this idea of using digital signage to drip feed content into staff rooms. We're all very overloaded with content nowadays, on our email especially. So what's a good way to drip feed and encourage staff to go and read an email that they might have been sent? A really engaging slide on a staff room screen can be a great way to do that. Or whatever your space of digital, wherever the space that your digital signage screens are, you will need content for your audiences. That's very important, and it needs to be good content as well. Often when we're working with our schools, they struggle to find a resource to create that content. But of course, they're overlooking the best creators for that job, and that is the young people in that school. They are the best creators of content, and we certainly should utilize them a lot more. St John's College, Cardiff, which is the slide we're looking at the moment, they've actually created a digital signage club where the young people are getting together on a weekly basis to create content using Google Slides, which is a fantastic idea, allowing them the ownership, allowing them to discuss ideas about what the content could be, should be, or taking ideas from staff members and creating that content. It's wonderful ownership for those young people. Another example that I was really impressed with this year was from George Heriot's independent school in Edinburgh. Staff there fill in a SharePoint form asking for certain content to be made. This is received by the young people, that form is received by them, and then that content is created using the creative application Canva, which again is a fantastic idea of giving the ownership over to the students if staff are too busy to create the content themselves. I think in both examples, it's a great, again, example of how, young people can already have these skills on their CV, even before they leave school. The fact that they can say, I managed the digital signage and created impactful content for my school, even before they leave out to college or university or into the working world. I think that's a fantastic mechanism that some of our schools are using. One of my favorite applications for creating content is Adobe Express, formerly known as Adobe Spark, back in my Apple training days. It was one that we always got staff to use very quickly because it was very easy to use. Staff could create something very polished very quickly. It has hundreds, if not thousands, of searchable templates, and of course it's Adobe. So, those templates are already very, very polished. And if you're using them and sharing them on your signage, they're going to look extremely good. We had a recent webinar, a very popular webinar with Adobe that we ran. I think we had about 50 attendees sign up for that webinar, which shows how interested people were about creating content using Adobe for their digital signage. And there was some really good takeaways from that webinar. One of my favorites was that good design increases visibility and attention. Visually appealing content naturally draws the audience in. It's absolutely true. If you've got good looking content, it's going to draw the eye of your audience. And it's making sure that those important messages are seen and remembered. I think reinforcement is a really important fundamental of digital signage. So nowadays we're all digital snobs. Content snobs, so make sure that content looks good. It's no good putting an old PowerPoint on that we've had for years. We need to go beyond that, and applications like Adobe Express are fantastic for that. And let's not forget the reasons we developed TrilbyTV originally, which was all about when we were working with schools, and lots of schools, it was about sharing and showcasing young people's digital work, getting that content off devices like iPads and making sure it was seen so that students could feel very proud of their achievements. That's really important. Make sure they have aspiration to have their work seen by their fellow students, by their fellow peers. And building connection and positive learning environments. We need to make sure that the teachers represent themselves on the signage. They are professionals in their own right. They should be sharing their passion for being a science teacher or a geography teacher, and that making that connection with the students as early as possible, even before the students get in the classroom. And it's about helping young people to be the best they can and aspire them to leave school and follow their own career paths. And digital signage can help, it really can help achieve all of this. So, as always, be proud of your screens and the content that you show on them. Be a trailblazer, and hopefully that was useful. And I'll hand back to Francesca.
Thank you, Neil. I'm really pleased to present our 2024 Trailblazer schools. A member of staff leads the Trailblazers in each school, and they work with a team of young people on the project. Let's meet each of the lead Trailblazers and get an overview of what they wanted to achieve from their project. Francis is the lead at St John's College, and their project was about the St John's pupil-led second-hand uniform organisation EcoWear. They have used digital signage to encourage parents and pupils to donate and purchase uniforms through their online portal. Excuse me. As they approach the beginning of examination season, they seize the opportunity to use their signage to encourage pupils in Year 11 to consider donating their no longer needed uniform. Next is Chad from Culcheth High School, who explored how the school migrated from their old signage system to TrilbyTV. The project looked at how they have used the various features to enhance their signage provision. They have made use of features such as announcements and worked on maximising community engagement overall with great results. Then we have Chris from Selly Park Girls School, where they have been sharing a YouTube live stream with TrilbyTV. Using OBS Studio, they have enabled the whole school to see the progress of eggs hatching via the Selly Park Nugget Cam 2024. The hatching project has been run every year, and now with TrilbyTV, it can be displayed on the screens for the whole school to see. And finally, Gavin from Clevedon School, where the usage of TrilbyTV has been around promoting house championship events and also celebrating success. With a growing team, they are now taking it up a level and producing more high quality content to share across physical screens and web players using TrilbyTV. And now, on to the winners. All Trailblazer students and schools will get a certificate and 2024 Trailblazers badge for taking part. Neil, can you tell us who the winner of the classroom showcasing category is?
I absolutely can, Francesca. And the winner for the category Classroom Showcasing is Selly Park Girls School.
That's great. Let's have a look at their project.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris. I'm the Senior IT Tech here at Selly Park Girls School, and I'm going to quickly talk to you about our TrilbyTV Trailblazers project we ran here at Selly Park, and it's something we call the Nugget Cam. Each year, the science department at Selly Park Girls receive 10 eggs from the Happy Chick Company and are then monitored and looked after by the science department and the girls in the science club. This year we wanted to stream the whole process on YouTube, but not only that, we wanted the entire school and visitors to the school to enjoy monitoring the eggs. So I combined our new display screen project that we have around the school with YouTube and TrilbyTV. This is the setup we used. We used a Windows 10 laptop, very basic build and internet access with all power saving settings turned off to allow 24-hour viewing and streaming. The laptop itself, i7 250GB SSD, 16GB RAM to allow live streaming. We then used Open Broadcaster software, also known as OBS, to stream directly to YouTube. Finally, we used TrilbyTV to broadcast the eggs to the entire school on all the display screens, and we were able to use TrilbyTV settings to do this in 30-second increments rather than the stream taking over all of our content. In addition to this, we had 14 display screens around the school, so we were able to broadcast this everywhere, including the visitors area, and we had really good feedback from visitors saying that they were quite happy to keep an eye on the chicks with us. The general consensus has been really positive. The girls in the science club were really happy to be able to keep an eye on the chicks from anywhere in the school when they weren't allowed in the lab. And the science department themselves were quite happy to advertise what they were doing We're looking to do something very similar to this again. Obviously, we do the chicks next year, but before then, we're running what we call the Selly Park Bake Off, where a group of staff will compete in making the best cake. And this year, we'll be able to broadcast that live across the school using Trilby and the display screens, as well as our YouTube channel. If there's any information I can give to anyone, please contact us at Selly Park. My name's Chris, and I'll be happy to answer any questions anyone has. Thanks very much.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful project. Hey, Mother Nature is an amazing thing. Eggs to chicks. It's almost like the school's own spring watch, which is going on there. Simple setup as well. So the laptop running webcam, YouTube live stream, and then straight out to screens using TrilbyTV. I think I'd like to see more of our schools using live stream actually, because I think it's a really powerful tool, Francesca. So yeah, fantastic project and worthy winner, Selly Park Girls School. Congratulations.
Thank you, Neil. Can you tell us who the winner of the innovative usage category is?
Absolutely. And moving on to that category, the winner is, I feel like we need a drum roll here. The winner is St John's College, Cardiff.
Brilliant. Let's have a look at their project.
With exams coming up and people higher up in the school going on study leave, many people won't need their school uniform anymore, especially if they're leaving completely. Most will just throw it away. That's where we come in.
We'll be accepting donations and selling to anyone around the school, even newcomers, because our 16s aren't the only ones that need eco-wear.
As EcoWare, we will be around after your final exams to collect up any old or unused uniform that you no longer need. Not only is this better for the planet, but it saves you the hassle of having to find a new home or just add it to landfill.
As you drive into school, scan our QR code to visit our website, and keep an eye out in school for our digital signage pointing you to where we'll be.
Well, a fantastic project again. I think that's part of eco schools and getting the students to become eco ambassadors. I especially loved how confident those students were presenting. Their TV presenters in the making right there. And again, great focus for the project. The less we send to landfill, the absolute better. So I would say any schools watching today, if they're interested with eco schools, eco ambassadors, go and find out more, because it looks like a fantastic project and something schools can get involved in. I like the QR linking to the We're Eco Schools website as well. So yes, fantastic project and well done, St John's College, Cardiff. You are a standout school when it comes to your digital signage.
Neil, can you tell us the winner of the community engagement category, please?
Yes, our last category, and again, a drum roll needed, but I'm honoured to announce that the winner for the community engagement category is Culcheth High School. Congratulations.
Well, let's have a look at their project as well.
Hello, I'm Chad Austin, the Deputy Network Manager here based at Culcheth High School. As a school in a local community, advertisement and engagement with our local community is a massive factor. Today I'm going to talk to you a bit about how Trilby TV has helped us massively in this regard, and how we've migrated from our old, neglected signage system to a brand new, fresh and vibrant one through Trilby TV.
another great project. I do love, again, the pupil recognition, the student recognition that's going on there. That's extremely important. And also advertising those spaces that they have for hire outside of the school hours, being able to use digital signage to advertise that space and gain business from actually doing that. So fantastic work again from Culcheth. And the music kept me bopping along there, Francesca. My feet were tapping, my head was bobbing. So yeah, great. And I think you'll probably agree, Francesca, they're all fantastic projects, of course.
Yes, we've had some amazing projects again this year, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the future as well with our future Trailblazers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Although we have 3 winners, everyone who took part is a TrilbyTV Trailblazer for 2024. Certificates and badges will be on their way to your schools, so please look out for those.
Looking great again. I want one of those badges myself, but I'm not sure I'm allowed one, so never mind.
As we wrap up today, I'd like to say a big thank you for coming. We hope you found it useful. Seeing the projects in action is really exciting, and if you have any ideas for next year, then start making plans now. We'll be back with Trailblazers in 2025, and we have some exciting things coming. Keep an eye on your emails and the website for news. That's all from us, so it's goodbye from Neil.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me.